Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we're going to talk about my top 10 live action TV show. I wanted to do this video for some time, and now we're finally gonna do it. And be aware there might be some spoilers for certain shows. So with that out of the way, let's get started! Coming up as number 10 is Smallville. I really like Smallville, and either I have some season yet to watch. I still enjoy those I've seen season 1 to 5, and I really enjoy it. I feel like Smallville is a great origin for Superman. I feel like there's great character, and I really want to see where the story goes next. Some of you probably know where the story is going to go next, for some of you have probably already watched all of it. But for me, who haven't watched all of it yet, I'm really excited to be done with it, or see what more is to come. And again, Smallville has great characters, great character development, and I really like most of it. And again, it's still number 10 because the other shows I like more. Coming up as number 9 is Better Call Saul. I really like this show, and that is really surprising. I never thought that a show about lawyers was gonna be so exciting for me, because I don't really like it when most of the things they do is talk. But here they do more than just talk. They really show how great some lawyers are. They really show how Jimmy Cricket become Saul Goodman, and that is a great storyline right there. I really like that Jimmy become the way he is because of his brother, and I love that his brother is some of the influence that led him to fall down this path. I also like the other characters we see. I like Hank in this show. I like Gust. And again, I feel like most of the characters is pretty well done. I also like that it's the prequel to Breaking Bad, and that only helps it. And that is why it's on its place as number 9. Coming up as number 8 is Gotham. Gotham does the same as Smallville does. I think it's a great origin story for Batman, but it's not just Batman's origin story. It's Jim Gordon's and how he become Commissioner Gordon. I really feel like this is a great story both for Bruce and for Jim. I also like that Penguin is starting to show off as a bit of a nobody. I like that the Riddler started off with the police force, and that all those things together helped me. He liked the show even more. I like Carmen Falcone in this show. I like Fish Mooney, or I think that was her name. I really like most of the things they introduce in this show. I like that it's really dark. I feel like that really set a great tone. I haven't watched all of season 5 yet, and I'm planning to finish it this year or next year. But again, with what I have seen, it's a great show. I can't wait to see season 5, and I hope that this show be renewed for season 6. I know it probably won't happen, but I'm really hoping for it. Coming up as number 7 is Game of Thrones. Can you be surprised that Game of Thrones is on this list? I mean, Game of Thrones is one of the best shows on television. I really feel like Game of Thrones was the go-to fantasy show if you like it. And of course I like some fantasy show, so of course going to this was something that need to happen. I feel like Game of Thrones set a great standard for most of the things. I like the action, I like the character development, but of all the things I like the surprise the most. every time I see the series, I'm being surprised by what it does. Killing off some beloved characters, has some interesting betrayals. It really see that you never know where the story is going to go, and that is why I like it so much. Again, I know that some people feel like the finale wasn't as great, but I feel like it was decent enough. Not the best finale, but good enough for me. I really like Game of Thrones. I'm really looking forward to the spin-off if they're not been cancelled. I really hope that we get lots of spin-offs. I'm not satisfied with just two. I hope we get lots of them. Um, and that is what I really like. Coming up as number 6 is The Flash. Now, The Flash is by far one of the best DC shows I have watched, and that is something that says something. I have watched a lot of DC shows, but I feel like Flash is one of the best. As I really like the characters, I really like the character development. I'm really interested in the romance between Barry Allen and Iris West. I like Joe West as a father figure to Barry. I like Cisco and Killer Frost or Caitlin. And I also like the villains. Again, the only reason my Flash is on number 6 is because later season, especially season 7 and 6, have been awful in my opinion, and that reduced the ranking down to number 6. Coming up as number 5 is Daredevil. Daredevil is one of the greater Marvel show, or probably the best Marvel show I have seen. Okay, someone will argue Loki, and if I had a 20 top 20 TV show, Loki would definitely be on this list. But the thing is, I feel like Daredevil was a bit better. Loki was really ambitious, but I feel like Daredevil was better at because of the street level. I know, I really like high action quality. I like when the stages are big, and that's normally the things I like. But I feel like it was refreshing to see a street level hero like Daredevil on the Netflix. I really like Matt Murdock. I like the characters, and I like the way the story goes. And that is why it's on this list as number 5. Coming up as number 4 is Breaking Bad. Now, Breaking Bad is by far, in my opinion, the best anti-hero show. And yes, I call it an anti-hero show because of the main character. Walter White is an anti-hero through and through. I really like that he started out as a decent man, and the longer the show goes, the more and more corrupt and more an asshole he becomes. He he's showing in the show that he always had a bit of a temper, but when he finally let loose and become Heisenberg, it really shows how far he will fall, and that it has great character. Walter White, as I said, Walter White Jr., Sky, and Jimmy Cricket, aka Saul Goodman. We had Jesse Pinkman, Gus Fring, Hank, and lots of others. Michael, and I really like this show. Oh, I really like that it's not a typical good versus evil. This show is more of the grey area, and that is really well done. Characters sympathize with Walt at the start, or people I mean, but the longer you watch him, you more starting to dislike him because how well he's fallen. And you also learn that he has a small redemption. He can never fully be redeemed for all the things he's done, but he's getting a small redemption, I know I talk much about Walter White, but Walter White is the biggest part of this show, so I can't talk about the show without talking about him. And for that I'm sorry, but again, Breaking Bad, one of the best show on TV. Coming up as number 3 is Lucifer. I really like this show because instead of showing the devils as a pure evil character or being, they show him in a more sympathetic light. And that is something I really like, showing that the devil isn't evil, or in this show he isn't, showing that he's more of a punisher than a straight up villain. And that is something I really like. I like when they do something that is well known and do something completely new with it, and that they do it in such a great way that you can't help but like the show. You laugh up in the show, you cry in the show, and this is a spoiler, but I cried when I saw that Dan dies. I really like Dan. I also like Chloe Decker, and when Dan died, it really impacted me. I really like the character, and it isn't often that I feel like slipping a few tears over a character stuff, but this time I couldn't help it. And when a show made you care about their character so much that you almost cried when they die, that means that the show has done a great job. The characters, the story, and the villains is a great in all the departure. And I haven't seen season 6 yet, but when I've done with season 6, maybe it earns a place at number 1 or number 2. Coming up as number 2 is Arrow. Now, Arrow is the start of Arrowverse, and what makes this show so great is at the start it wasn't planned to be. It really started just focusing on Green Arrow and his supporting character, and then expand into other characters like Flash, but I'm not gonna talk more about that. But the thing about Arrow is that it's a great story to be told. Every season has a great story, and even though I didn't like all the season, I really feel like Arrow did a fantastic job with Oliver Queen. He really shown to be this version of Batman, or not exactly a version of Batman, but you feel that Batman vibe in him, and even someone who might not like that, I really felt that was awesome. And another thing that I really felt Arrow do well is the same thing I said about Lucifer. When some other character died, I actually cried a bit. So when Tommy Merlin died in season 1, I slept a tear. And when Laurel died in season 4, I again slept a tear. Arrow having an effect that makes you like the character so much that when some of them die, you really feel it. You really feel like slipping a few tears. And that is one of the reasons why I feel like it's so great. It's a great start for Oliver Queen. It's a great start for the Arrowverse, and it has a really great story. Family, hero, hope, sadness, betrayal, and redemption. All of this is things you can find in Supernatural. Of course, love as well, and all of that together is just one of the reasons why Supernatural is number 1. I really feel like Supernatural is the best show on television, in my opinion. I like the storylines, I like the characters, I love the brother dynamic between Sam and Dean, I like Castiel, I like that God is a villain, I like Lucifer, I like almost everything about this show. I can't say that the show had one bad season in my opinion. I liked all of them, and that is hard to do, that you care for almost every season. Many people say that season of show that have lot of season drop quality, but I feel like Supernatural never did, even when they killed off Bobby Singer. I really like Supernatural. I like the characters. I like the villains. I like the storyline. And family, hero, hope, love, sadness, betrayal, and redemption. All that, plus the story, characters, villains, and the emotion help to earn this a place at number 1. And that's it for this video. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.